Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front 7, and they register a sack early here on only the 2nd play of the game.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Sam Houston's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their... And everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You got to worry about the ground game. You think there's some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. How about this strong safety here, just trusting his gut and going and making a play on the quarterback?
And you can't coach that. A lot of times people see things or they don't. You understand, I can go get him right now. I can understand the situation. There's all kinds of guys throughout history that just have a great feel. He had a great feel on that play, went to the quarterback, got the sack.
And the Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Manning. Quick completion on the out route. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go back to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Punts it out of the air. Got room at the 35. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Watson. He's got his man across the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're working that left side. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run from the shotgun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. To the air, it's Watson. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Touchdown, Sam Houston! Great job by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point and the top.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They've got a first down here to open the period. The lone back's got it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near it.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Well, this one's going to hurt his average. That's not going very far. The ball is going to be blown dead just outside of the red zone. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense gets set for second down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Hey, that's a live ball. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Watson. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 20 line. And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. splits the uprights. Good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Makes a connection. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Big guy smells it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Powers forward. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Longhorns!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They boot it away on fourth down. And they'll have to settle for it being marked down just outside their own 40-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Slings it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half.
Got room on the return. Touchdown, Texas! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Turning it on. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. This will likely be the last play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Watson. The quick out.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Bearcats will hustle to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Oh, he makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few. It's a seam wide open. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
It's a running room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. And the Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try to get outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Here's the pressure. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Yeah, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He makes a grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll go to the ground. got room to work. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Dropping back, it's Watson. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, the linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He'll throw it. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. You want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. The give to the fullback. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field. And anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks. And so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Watson. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
I love the play call on defense. You've got the offense backed up. How can you create a safety? How can you bring pressure? How can you get someone home to the QB and try to get those two?
It's blocked. He couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way downhill.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th.
Huge to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. Now, don't forget, I'm sure he hasn't. He had one blocked earlier. A low line drive and short kick. And the returner is stopped. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Longhorns are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. They'll run it on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down and second and 7. Quick release on the RPO. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Watson. Gets it out fast. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on to the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now adjusting. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Humphries. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Pass interference. Offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here they come, going for it after giving up that sack and desperately needing to move the chains. Makes a grab past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Bearcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to make magic with his feet. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to